my ship is there, it's small. Okay, so we're on the last bit of our Iconian arc. And yeah. Okay, so there's the ship. It looks so tiny. I don't know why it zoomed the way it normally zooms. Right, up here we go. There she is. Right, let's carry on. Our last episode of the Iconian War, so we're going to finish that. Let's see how all that ends. If it decides to load. Is it loading? A little bit earlier tonight. I hope that's okay. I need to get a new pair of earphones because the mic is starting to drop now. I wonder if everyone can still hear me okay.
You are cleared for docking.
There we are, back here again.
Command is still intact, and Kronos remains unconquered. Even so, this war cannot be won if we lose Earth. The Fortescue will fight until she can fight no more, as will I. If this is to be our end, then I will meet it with blade in hand and blood in my teeth. I can ask for no greater honor than to fight beside an ally who has shown this courage time and again.
Oh, Captain.
Glad you're here. We've been fighting non-stop and it feels like we're barely making a dent. Command says we're preparing for our last chance. I hope they have an ace up their sleeve, because I can't see a way to defeat the Iconians in a straight military battle. Whatever happens, just remember that you'll always have the Enterprise at your side.
And
all these years of pain and strife, and it comes to this? I cannot believe that this is how we will end. Our suffering, our struggles cannot be rendered so meaningless. You know what we have been through. This bitter taste, this grief that washes over me, cannot be the last thing that I feel. We will rise again from this. We must.
okay. The conference room, which is up here.
We have defeated one Iconian, but the cost to do so was too high. The Iconian forces are too numerous for us to sustain such a strategy. We have been forced to our last resort. The Krinim time chip has been modified, and we can use it to generate a portal to send us back to the ancient time of Iconia. Once there, we must prevent any Iconians from escaping the destruction of their home world. If necessary, we must kill the remaining Iconians ourselves.
We presumably failed at temporal incursion, changing things in the past while remaining in a bubble of temporally shielded current time. This allows the timeline to unfold as it will, almost randomly. My team and I have been working on an alternative method that will actually send someone back in time to the past, where they can directly affect the timeline and help to guide it along the desired path. We've been running some basic scenarios that leave us quite hopeful that we can aid in the original attacks on ancient Iconia to ensure there are no survivors for us to deal with in the present.
We cannot sustain this war. The Iconians will destroy or conquer every species in the galaxy. If we do not stop them now, there is no guarantee that this plan will work. But if we do not try, we will certainly lose everything. Our long-range sensors have detected signs of transit from the Iconian spheres. The Iconians must be preparing their heralds for another large-scale invasion. We are gathering our remaining forces to make our stand. The Iconians have picked our next battlefield, and it is the Sol System. If Earth falls, we have lost this war. We have one move left to us, and it is to move this war to a battlefield of our own design. We will attack the Iconians in the past. We've identified that the Iconians were forced from their homeworld in an attack 200,000 years ago. We will take part in that attack and ensure there are no survivors to fight us in the present. Noi's team is busy reconfiguring the time ship. There are no guarantees, even with time travel on our side. We must hold out long enough for a ship to pass through a temporal portal. That means fighting this fight and every other until this technology is complete.
Captain, this goes against everything we stand for. Everything we've been fighting for.
You talk of honor and duty and freedom. All of these will just be words if we fail.
Why has he got his gun in his
We can
hand?
try to live up to these ideals when we survive. We have defeated one Iconian.
Oh. Yeah.
You are cleared for departure. Good luck.
Okay, here we are.
I've gotten word from Noi. They've completed their modifications, and the Krenim time ship is on its way. We must hold off the heralds long enough for the Krenim ship to arrive and generate a portal. Once the portal is open, we will go back in time to ancient Iconia and try to change history. But first, we must survive long enough to do so.
Enterprise here. We've intercepted a group of heralds. Can you give us a hand with them?
Yeah.
This is the USS Hood. Our attack group is taking heavy losses.
RRW the Vetrix responding to your call for assistance.
coordinate transports are offline.
Hi D. Hi Jason. Okay, so this is the last of it. Oh, the Dominion.
I told you I'd be back, and this time I brought friends.
We've brought together forces from every quadrant of the galaxy.
Game looks too complicated for me.
I needed to find allies for this war. Ones who you couldn't or wouldn't talk to. The Dominion understands the Iconian threat, and they are quite eager to protect their stake in this galaxy.
The Herald ships are regrouping. We should use this respite to our advantage. Form up at the KIS Anarax. We must protect it long enough for it to activate a time portal. Once the portal is stabilized, we can use it to go back to Iconia's past, and hopefully undo this war before it starts. Our situation
It's not too complicated.
If we fail here, Earth will fall, and Kronos won't have much hope of standing without it.
I am arriving with the time ship. We must protect it until the portal is stable.
Once you get into it, it's not that complicated.
Keep the Iconians off of us.
centre. Oh, it's a bit chaotic. There we go.
Energizing temporal filters. The time portal is open and stable.
Go! Get through that portal!
Setting a course now.
The heralds are firing on the portal!
The portal is destabilizing. Hurry!
More gateways! An Iconian flagship is moving in!
This is the moment of your extinction.
Not today. Everyone, form up and cover our 6.
Theirs not to make reply. Theirs not to reason why. Theirs but to do and die. Into the Valley of Death rode the 600.
That's obviously where we're leaving them. That was chaotic. Okay. Now we should be on Iconia now. Find out why all of this started.
Evaluating astrometrics. Confirmed. We have traveled back approximately 200,000 years. Only our 2 ships made it through.
There are no signs of Captain Cogran or his ship. We will have to continue the mission without him.
Perfect. This will give us a moment to get our bearings and figure out how best to prevent the Iconians from escaping their doom. There are only 12 Iconians that we've encountered, so trying to deal with just those 12 will be a much easier task than trying to take on this whole world.
Yeah, the story arcs on these are really good. Okay.
Greetings of the whole to you, strangers, and welcome to Iconia. My name is Matara-Ren, and I am a herald of Matara. Before I can allow you to pass, I must scan you to ensure that your technology is of a sufficient level for you to be allowed access to our city. This will only take a moment. Your technology is sufficient, but your chronoton particles are substantially out of phase. Please follow me. You must speak to my mistress.
Remember why we are here. Every Iconian must die in the bombardment, and their technology cannot be taken. If even one Iconian escapes, this could all be for nothing.
I recommend we begin by infiltrating their government building. We need access to their data and the gateway controls.
Okay.
You've seen the ruins of a once mighty empire. This is Iconia at the height of its power.
Hi, Mark.
I apologize for the interruption, Honored One. These travelers have just arrived at our city. Their chronoton particles are out of phase, and per your instructions, I have brought them to you.
Thank you, Matara. You may return to your station. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Iconia. It is highly unusual to receive visitors with such unusual chronoton signatures, and yet we have had 2 in less than a cycle. Do you know a being named Cogran? Wonderful. He will be quite pleased to reunite with you. You should be able to find him in the residential district. I imagine you passed through the same chronoton-charged nebula he did. That would account for the anomalous readings. Since you are explorers like Cogran, I suggest you speak to Lemira. She is the keeper of our world heart, a repository of all knowledge and a genetic record of the worlds we have visited. The astrometrics data in the world heart could prove quite useful to you. Do you have any questions?
No. Not right now. Who's that? Oh.
Greetings, travelers. Are you explorers, or do you come seeking our wisdom and guidance? Either way, I apologize. I am rather occupied at the moment. Please, return later. I should have time to speak to you then. The World Heart is the repository of all our knowledge. It contains the genetic information of every species on Iconia and all of our colony worlds. With it, we can colonize and repopulate an entire world, shaping it to resemble our home in just a few short years. It also holds a record of our culture, history, literature, and philosophy. This is why we call it the World Heart. It is, in a very real way, the center of our civilization.
Okay.
The changes we see in the Iconians are too great to be simple evolution. The Iconians shape themselves and the Heralds into weapons. Genetic engineering that is both efficient and terrible.
You made it. Something must have gone wrong as we entered the portal that disrupted synchronization. I arrived 2 weeks ago. I remained cloaked, scanned the planet for several days, and then came to the surface as an explorer, seeking to open diplomatic relations with the Iconians. My ship is using the magnetic fields above the poles to help conceal its presence. The Iconians of this time are nothing like the ones we know. They are flesh, and appear to be friendly and peaceful, if a bit arrogant with those they see as lesser. Come. They will allow us to move through the city freely. You should see this for yourself.
Cogran is either a fool, or he's being manipulated by the Iconians. Either way, he might jeopardize the mission. We need to watch him closely.
Right up here.
Someone's calling for help.
An injured herald. This could be a chance to learn about their physiology. Perhaps even find a weakness.
Hello. Can you help us? Thank you. There should be a healer nearby.
Okay. Over there. Ah, yeah, that.
Do you require assistance, visitor? Certainly. However, I do not detect any injuries or maladies in your physical form. What do you require? Oh, of course. It is our duty and privilege to care for our heralds. I will follow you to the patient.
We'll see who the lesser race is.
I have spent days among these people. They are very proud and very strong.
Thank you, Traveler. I appreciate your assistance. Exceedingly well. We do what manual labor needs to be done, as well as other tasks. And in return, the Iconians give me all I could need or want. I know it might sound like enforced servitude to you, but I don't see it that way. The Iconians are our beginning and our end. I am nothing without my mistress, and serving her is my greatest joy.
How do you feel about your creator? The Iconians are parent, teacher, master, friend. They are our rulers and our gods, and I am grateful for their guidance. They give purpose and structure to our lives. We would not exist without them.
The Iconians' affection for their pets is a weakness. We can exploit that.
I am not so sure. After all, we've seen how the Iconians will transform their pets. The Heralds are merciless killing machines. They have killed multitudes during this war.
Deaths that we will avenge here. No more waiting. We need to finish our mission. I don't understand why you're bothering to help these people. We need to find the gateway controls, sabotage them, and be done with it. This could all be over if you'd let it.
Alright. So down this bit.
Clearly the Iconians have a highly developed sense of the aesthetic.
That's fine, but what we need is to know more about their technology. And we're going to a park.
When you have technology as advanced as the Iconians, wonders can be found anywhere you look. You should talk to that officer over there.
I see you are interested in this device. We are testing a new method of encryption. So far, it has proven to be most effective. To access the console, you must solve a series of problems that we believe only an Iconian could answer. Unfortunately, I fear the console is stuck in a testing phase, which is why I am protecting it. It may be a waste of time. You appear intelligent enough, but I doubt you or any of our other visitors could solve even the easiest of problems in the algorithm. I am not supposed to leave this area unwatched, but all of my heralds are performing other duties. And if Elmiran sent you, very well. Thank you, Traveler. I will not be long.
Okay.
Do you need something? Oh, there are 28 possible exotic spheres. Any Iconian knows that. Do you need something? Oh.
Right, so what? Over here.
May I help you?
Well, that's a very unusual debate, but if I remember my basic genetic engineering, for the occurrence of each of the alleles P and Q, the next generation would be P plus Q squared. So P squared plus 2PQ plus Q squared equals 1. If I have my math right, it would be 42%.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. Right, let's go over to the console. Download. Ooh. Too high. Right, down. There we go. There we go.
It's just as I surmised. The Iconians are following their own version of the Prime Directive. They are attempting to protect lesser developed species from acquiring technology that they may not use wisely or well.
Not so fast. We've only heard one side of the story. I'd like to know what some of the other visitors here think about the oh-so-noble Iconians.
Okay.
We haven't made much headway trying to reverse engineer the gateways, but just imagine what we could do with it.
Oh, I have. You can move an army in the blink of an eye. Think about what would happen if all these heralds just showed up on your planet. Oh, they'd take over in a day. I'm still trying to acquire some of their data. Have you had any luck yet?
Nothing yet. Despite all their openness and hospitality, the Iconians have everything on lockdown. Can't even get near the building where we keep the world heart without some herald stopping me.
We will gladly give you the medicines you require, but our genetic engineering technology is off limits.
The medicine will help with this plague. But what about the next one? We need the ability to take care of ourselves, but you won't give us the means to do so.
Is that Shrek?
I am sorry, but we have extremely stringent rules about who can use our technology. There are many species who are not yet ready to use our gifts safely and wisely. One moment, Falkar. Yes, may I help you? Yes, I will take your opinion under advisement, but ultimately, this is an Iconian matter. You are simply another visitor on our world.
If I were the Iconians, I too would think twice about giving people like these advanced technology.
This doesn't prove anything. So the Iconians had their reasons for withholding technology. I don't care, and neither do their enemies. We know the bombardment is imminent. This world will be obliterated, no matter how much you sympathize with the Iconians. And don't forget what we're here to do. There can be no survivors.
Okay. Okay.
Tell your ships to drop into orbit above the polar region. My ship is cloaked there.
Excuse me, but I require assistance. We have lost contact with several of our colony worlds. I am attempting to increase the range of this communications console to re-establish the connection. But I need another set of hands to adjust the frequency while I attempt to dial in the proper network levels. All of my heralds are currently working on the evacuation. Would you be willing to help me?
Yes.
Curious. Our communications should be reaching the colonies, but I am not receiving any response to my messages. Something terrible must have happened. We were not concerned about the lesser races. Not at first. They were like children who wanted things they could not understand. It was our duty to protect them, to guide them. In time, when they were ready, we would have shared all of our gifts. I do not know. If the colony worlds have fallen, then I am sorry. Please excuse me. I must speak to our leaders.
We already know the evacuation did not save them.
But the gateway on New Romulus remained active for a time.
Then we must cut off that path, now, before anyone escapes.
Welcome, traveler. I apologize for my earlier absence. Do you have questions about our world? We have had contact with many worlds in our journeys, but we have found no people equal to our own. Some of the others resent the blessings our people enjoy. They seek to take that which we will not give. While we are an extremely advanced world, we are not, in general, a militant one. Tiket will coordinate the defense, but I remain hopeful that we can reach a peaceful solution before blood is shed. Matara speaks for us, and she is quite a gifted diplomat. If all else fails, there are places known only to us and those who serve us. Our gateways can take us to these refuges, to recover and rebuild. Our policy is not to share our technology with species who are not sufficiently advanced to use our gifts wisely. When a society encounters advanced technology, before they are ready, they often don't have the cultural or social development to handle it appropriately. This leads to war, genocide, and many other ills. We would protect the younger species from those tragedies. Our people believe Also, that each species has a unique destiny. To disrupt their path toward that destiny is wrong. All of the others must develop in their own time. The attack is beginning. I thought we'd have more time. We must retrieve the World Heart and escape. Will you help us?
The attack is beginning. We must decide how to proceed. I have spoken to these people, walked their streets, shared their meals. Regardless of what we know they will do in the future, the Iconians of this time are not evil. They are peaceful. And they are guilty of no crimes, worse than standing up for their ideals. The very same ideals, I might point out, as the Federation's prime directive. You have walked the same streets as I, spoken to the same people. Can you allow them to die for crimes they have not yet committed? For my part, I find no honor in cold-blooded murder.
It doesn't matter what these people are now. We know what they will become, what they will do. The Iconians will destroy my homeworld. They will bomb the Archive in the Lanus system and exterminate the Preservers. They will incite the Undine to destroy Keswick 4. They will attack our homeworlds, kill those we love, and threaten our very existence. And that changes nothing. We know what will happen. In our time, they are poised to destroy or enslave the galaxy. There is no choice. We destroy them now and save ourselves.
It's a bit late for second thoughts. Our mission is clear. We don't have a choice. We're here, and we will do what needs to be done. Atone for your sins after you've saved the galaxy.
Right.
The World Heart contains all of our knowledge and all our genetic data. With it, we can rebuild. We have a refuge built for those who serve us. We shall go there.
We should be able to access the gateway network from here. We could disable all of the gateways at once.
We offered Lemirin our aid. There is no honor in striking down an ally from the Hive.
The honorable thing would be to complete our mission and save our galaxy. Or do you not care about what happens to Kronos?
We need to transfer the World Heart to a transportable format. I need your help to initiate the download from that console. The download is proceeding, but it will not complete before the invaders find us.
That's the first lot. Where's the next lot? Ah, there as well.
Interlocks holding the core.
Someone get me out.
You at the other console.
Right, over here. Oh yeah.
More invaders. They must not take the World Heart. We need to erase the mainframe memory banks. I will require your assistance. More aliens are coming. Mainframe memory erased. The last just the beginning of the violence. My people are few, and most of our heralds are elsewhere. Defeating a significant force would be costly to both sides. I know you are not one of the whole, and I have no right to ask for your assistance. But would you help us evacuate the city? Blessings of the whole upon you. We must gather as many of our people as possible and escort them to the gateway platform. Once we are there, I will open the path to our refuge. Many of our people already left for Colony Worlds, but we have lost contact with them. I fear the worst. I recommend we locate Tiket. She is our protector, and there are none who know the ways of our enemy as well as she. Tiket is a fearsome warrior, and has kept our people safe for countless millennia, until today.
Rescuing Iconians is not what we're here to do.
Perhaps it is. When we came back in time, we did not know what we would find.
I appreciate your efforts, stranger, but I cannot come with you. I will defend Iconia until my final breath. Honor? Why should I care about honor when Iconian blood is being spilled on sacred ground? What honor have our enemies shown? They attack a peaceful world. Honor is meaningless. I appreciate your efforts, stranger. You think it is pride that keeps me here? It is not for pride that I fight, but for dignity. I fight for my people. I appreciate your efforts, stranger. My people are weak. They have neglected the ways of battle in favor of science and art. They are philosophers. I do not wish for them to die, but they could have chosen the path of strength. I will die to defend them. I do not know if I can save them. I appreciate your effort. Your words have merit. If we go to the refuge, we can rebuild. Then we can plan our vengeance. No one will ever threaten us again.
She is a fool. She would let her people die so she could avenge them.
Vengeance is a powerful
I will never forget this tragic day.
Thank you. You have shown exceptional kindness and valor in this trying time. I will miss my home. Iconia is precious to us, but as long as the whole survives, we can use the world heart to rebuild.
Right, up here first.
These are not a warlike.
Not yet. That will change.
Bloodshed affects everyone differently. My people became warriors when an alien species threatened our home.
And the Iconians have unconquered.
I see your plan. We've won their confidence, gathered them together. Strike now, and we can eliminate them all.
Right, up here.
The gateway is damaged. Now we need to reroute the power and initialize the gateway opening sequence.
Didn't the others save the Iconians? Where are they?
They may already be here. We're losing ground!
We can't hold them off or...
That's it. Send them through.
No! This isn't our mission! You took everything from me!
The world heart.
There's no time. The gateway is closing.
Only 12 of us are left. The crystal contains our civilization.
Sheila, stop! We are better than this!
It is indeed.
I will remember this, Romulan. I will extinguish your people in payment for your treachery.
This has all played out this way before. I am the cause for Hobus.
Right. Where's everyone? Over here.
I know what you were going to say, but I did what I had to do for my people. I should have acted sooner. If I had, perhaps Romulus would have been restored. That camp... Taket! What have I done?
The Iconians have fled to Dewa 3, and the Gateway's console has been destroyed, so no one can follow them. Our fate may not have changed from our actions here, but we have done what honor demanded. We are not murderers. Whatever our future may hold, we will face it with our eyes open and our heads held high. We must return to our own time and see what effect our actions had.
Yeah, let's go.
We're initiating a tachyon burst to reopen the portal that brought us here. That should bring us back to the exact moment we left the present time.
We're going back into the battle now.
The heralds are firing on the portal!
The portal is destabilizing. Hurry!
Captain Cagran to Alliance Fleet. Stand down. I repeat, stand down. You have the world heart and the means to end this. Signal the Iconians. Show them we have it, and that we are the ones who save them. This is our last chance to end this war.
Do you wish to surrender? A wise decision. How did you acquire that? That is not possible. But yet, I see the world heart in your hands. It is time to end this. Your leaders, our unity. Now.
Some of the story arcs, the last story is like the end. The end one is a lot longer, I think, on some of them. This one is it's a pretty long one. This one. At least we can start the next arc. If it decides to load. It's like it loaded all that like quite quickly, didn't it? It's just come on. Iconian flagship bridge. Okay.
If what you say is true, then that core contains all of the lost knowledge of our people. So much that we thought it was lost forever. Will you return all the remains of our civilization?
Yeah. There we go. So the war is over. By the looks of it. Starfleet Academy. Okay, so let's speak to all these people.
Your compassion has accomplished more in one act than we could have with all the phasers in the fleet. Honor and selflessness have been almost forgotten over the past few years. That needs to change. It's time to act like Starfleet officers again. We have a lot to do to heal the wounds the war has left on us all. But we've survived the war, and the Dominion. We can survive this.
Yeah. Nog?
There's a lot of work to be done now. We need to rebuild, recover, try to learn how to live in this new reality. But with people like you on our side, I know we can do it.
Who do we speak to? Paris?
I thought this was it. The last day. And I was ready, but I'm glad my daughter didn't have to die in defense of the Federation. That I get to go home after this. We all do. Thank you.
Sila.
I don't know what to say. I thought I was protecting our future. But instead, all this... It happened because of a mistake I made hundreds of thousands of years ago. I've made a lot of difficult choices in my life. And I didn't always consider the consequences of my actions. Today has made me wonder if there's another way. If I can be better than I am.
We have much to do, but first, we will celebrate. Let the blood wine flow now that the bloodletting has ceased. There is more to being a warrior than vengeance and death. True honor comes from doing what is right, despite the personal cost. The Iconians will depart, and we will rebuild. Mercy has triumphed where weapons could not. Now I will try to find a way to share this wisdom with my people. Many warriors have fallen in this war. Those of us who remain must walk the path of honor.
And there we go. The Iconian War.
The war is over. Although we could not turn back the clock, restore the lives that were lost, and the planets that were ravaged, we have ended the conflict honorably. You made the right choice. And that is not always an easy one to make. I would be honored to fight by your side again. Before that day comes, however, we must rebuild. There is already talk of new exploration missions. Perhaps we will find our next challenge among the unexplored stars.
Yes. And there we go. Right, so... let's get rid of that. It's probably a load in the overflow. Okay. Missions. So now we've done the Iconian missions, we're going to start Future Proof.
With the war over, it's time for us to rebuild, to take stock of our situation, and to return to our roots as explorers. We've recently noticed that a star in an unexplored system near Ferenginar has become unstable. There's nothing to indicate any change to its stellar life cycle, so this is a perfect opportunity for us to chart the system, investigate the star, and improve our understanding of what's happening. I want you to head up this investigation. Find out why this star is suddenly dying, and make sure it isn't going to be a threat to any nearby worlds or systems.
There we go. So we have to go to Deep Space Nine. So, if I beam up to my ship, this will end the Iconian bit, and then we can start the next one. Finally. There there we go. Okay, so get a mission. Right, where are we? Where can I teleport? Alpha. Let's go there first. Right, off to space, and there we go. We have to leave this. That transwarps us to here. Then we have to leave here. Just part system. Right through the rock. Yep. And then off to deep space now, which I think is not far away from me.
The Lucari call this system home. Some of our neighbors, like the Deferi and the Denobulans, have been most welcoming. Others, like the Renders and Kathy, have been somewhat cold and distant, even hostile.
Let's go to Badlands. There's the wormhole. These are other players and their ships. Okay, go to Deep Space Nine. Pick up our scientist.
Let's get started. My preliminary observation shows some kind of unknown stellar problem. This unexplored system near Ferenginar is undergoing solar death. Basically, it's as if the star is going out suddenly, but there's no good reason why. We need to get close enough to take some readings and see what we can figure out.
Okay, let's go. Autopilot there. And transwarp. I don't know how long this lasts. Okay, a minute. Slipstream, quantum slipstream. Sort of runs out and then has to build again, but you know. So how's everyone doing? That's why we're here, might as well have a chat. Got a few builds going on at the moment. I've got to do I think this week we're going to do Enterprise D build, GTR. Tomorrow will be I'm going to do some mods for the Dalek panels to see how that comes out. Yeah, I've got two metal panels. I want to see how weathering goes on one of them and how we can apply some paint to the other one, see how well it comes out. Oh, here we go. There we go, sunrise. Nope, I've got to put the code vehicle back together and sort that out. Hopefully, I'm hoping to do that this week. Okay. optimal scanning point.
Getting swamped with solar radiation. Try reducing the gain on your sensors. Initial results don't make any sense. The star's core reactions are failing, but it still has so much mass that it should be conducting fusion. It's as if it suddenly decided that it was no longer going to do hydrogen fusion, just heavier fusion processes. This kind of matter is ejected during corona events. We should be able to collect some with your ship's ram scopes if we head to one of the ejection zones.
Okay. These are the injection zones, so there's one there.
Results are coming in now. This still isn't making any sense. It's as if the star's life cycle was suddenly accelerated somehow. But it never went through an expansion cycle. There's no good explanation for this yet. Maybe something else in the system caused it. If this is system-wide, we should find evidence of similar problems, with nuclear and chemical reactions in the system's gaseous bodies. There's a large amount of gaseous stellar matter further from the star. We should have no trouble checking that hypothesis.
Okay, let's go.
This is very strange. Usually nebulae are massive clouds between star systems. Finding a micronebula in a system like this is quite rare. This may be the result of an event such as a cosmic stream, shearing through a gas giant and turning it back into particulate matter. I'll need some more readings to know for certain. All the particulate matter will make your ship's sensors unreliable beyond a few kilometers, and shields will be offline. The best we'll be able to do is to check small areas until we get close to something unusual. We should head to where the deionized particle density is highest.
Okay. So right in front of us. Still in front of us. There it is. As well. Foliums, where are they? Oh.
Data is coming in now. Nothing unusual coming in from the nebula, but those Tholian ships were quite far from home. Unfortunately, they can't give us answers. Looks like there's some heavy ionization on the far side of the nebula, as if it's receiving some kind of reflected radiation from one of the gas giants.
asteroid belt. Okay. Excellent. Probed. Exit belt. And there's the grass giant, which is here. Habitable. Okay. Warp trail.
Greetings, unknown vessel. This is Administrator Kumar K. Please provide identification. Welcome to Lucaria. Visitors here are rare, but we're always gratified by the chance to meet and exchange information with travelers. I regret that you have arrived at a difficult time. You may have noticed that our home star has become unstable. I'm leading a project to try to reignite the star. Unfortunately, we've already suffered severe disruptions, and we have a lot of problems to tackle right now. These problems started only recently, just a few days ago. Our astronomers noted a significant shift in the star's output, and now it looks like it's guttering and dying. If we can't solve this problem, it's the end of our species. I'm the project leader for our solar probe team. We're going to try to restart fusion with a quantum chromodynamic accretion burst, but honestly, this is a colossal problem, and it may be beyond us. We have a solar probe ready that contains the booster module that needs to be fired into the star. It's capable of warp 2. There's a problem, though. The probe's remote navigation systems don't work. All of the interference from the solar flaring and guttering is blocking the signal. Could your ship get a trajectory plot so that we could set a pre-programmed course?
Yeah, okay. Point 1. Two. Is that right? Let's do it now.
We're getting your telemetry now. I'll have my engineers prepare the probe. Let's see if this works. The probe's made it out of orbit.
There it is.
Engaging secondary boosters to head out of planetary range. It's gone to warp.
It's gone.
The probe is arriving at the solar corona. Deploying chromodynamic booster. No effect. It didn't work. Repeat. It didn't work. That was our one shot. Thank you for trying to help. I'm not sure what to try next. Maybe we can evacuate a few people. I'm not going to give up. But the situation is grim. If your people can offer any other help, we would welcome it. But I just don't see a way to relocate 8 billion people in the next few hours.
Solutions. Who's this?
My name is Caldano. Looks like I've arrived at the perfect time. I'm here to help with the problem with this star. I'm a scientist, and I
I have some specialized knowledge that can help.
Caldano. Heard that name.
With apologies for the interruption, this is my home star. My people are the ones at risk here. If you have some way to reverse this process, my people should be involved. All right, I'm willing to do so, but it will take me a little while to get a shuttle out there. As you might imagine, things are a little hectic over here right now.
Yeah, we don't need shuttles.
You won't be able to get a lock on my ship interior due to the subspace manifolds. I'll go ahead and bring you in.
Oh, okay. Caldano was part of the future timeline that we were with Daniels and Enterprise. Everything comes around again. If it loads.
Crossing the intervening space. You have quantum teleportation technology.
Yes. We call it a transporter. It has a limited range, but it's useful for going from surface to ship.
Impossible! This ship's interior is massive, even though it's no bigger than a shuttle.
My ship uses compactified subspace folds. It's bigger on the inside.
A TARDIS. Right now we have bigger issues. So effectively he's in a TARDIS.
This is all quite overwhelming. This Caldano person is another stranger from somewhere else. And you're here to help with our dying star? Oh. Yes, I suppose I can see how a star suddenly dying might attract someone's attention. It's an odd coincidence. We'd probably never have met if it weren't for the trouble with the star. My people have never really had any desire to go exploring out there. We've sent a few probes and met a couple of neighbors, but we're happy at home. We have what we need, so why risk it? I guess this crisis answers that question. The galaxy is bigger than us. And to survive, we need to look past just our homeworld. It sounds like you have a lot of experience in meeting other kinds of people. Maybe if we survive this, we can take the chance and learn more about each other. To talk about what we might have in common and what we have to offer.
Yes.
What can I do to help? My home is at risk. I want to do something. To be involved in solving this problem.
Alright, now for Caldano.
Welcome to my ship. Don't be alarmed. This vessel is from the 31st century. It has some technology you may not recognize yet. I can assure you, though, that I'm here to help. Correct. I'm associated with the temporal division of... Well, let's just say that I'm an ally from the future, and I'm here to save the Lucari star. No, I'm trying to prevent changes. Someone's tampered with this star. It's not supposed to die out here. The Lucari don't disappear today, at least not if we have any say in it. I have some technology that can help, but we'll need to rework it in order to repair the star's fusion processes. What I need you to do is help me align this matrix to match the star's original spectrum. I'll regulate the device's main power state from this console.
Where am I going? That console, yeah. Okay. So, okay, on that. Next console.
see them. They're packing a real wallop. Shields just went down. We have incoming.
Who is it?
What are those things?
Oh, Folians.
Folians, leave them away. I need to finish these computations. I have the device shielded in a force field, but I can't deploy it until these Folians are out of the way. Shields are back up. They shouldn't be able to get any more boarding parties over.
Okay.
We've got a breather. Now I just have to charge the device and prepare it for use. In just a few minutes, it'll propagate a quantum wave shift that should correct the star's stalled fusion process. You should head back to your ship, and I'll send the administrator back home.
Right. Here we go.
The device is charging. We should be just a few minutes away from repairing the star now.
Give us the talks, mutant.
Now the Folians want my quantum phase.
You will surrender the talks. If that or you will be destroyed. Honestly, have a little more time to choose the star.
Web. Oh, I've managed to assimilate one of them. At least they will help. Where are we? Oh yeah, that'll be quite a good mark.
The fusion process is reignited, and it's returning to normal.
Some of those ships have just arrived at our home system. They're attacking our home world. We don't have any way to repel starships like this. Please, help us.
Okay. There we go then.
Please, you have to stop them. We don't have space.
stuck in a web. Alright, so I have to take out the bigger Tholian ship first. Oh, can't get to him in a minute. Let's go.
Suggests that the Tholians used a trilithium warhead to destabilize the star. The amount of resources needed to build such a weapon makes it inefficient, to say the least. No, I suspect that somehow they knew that I'd come here to save this star, and I would bring the Toxutot. Fortunately, the Lucari star is safe. However, nobody else will be as long as the Tholians have that device. They could use it to snuff out or destabilize stars anywhere they want.
So we'll have to make sure we get it back.
I have some thoughts on that, but I will need to do some calculations. These events, the Toxutot itself, are tied up in the temporal Cold War. The Tholians may not care. By using the Toxutot, they risk distorting the timeline, by wiping out civilizations that are supposed to survive into the future, such as the Lucari. I'll be in touch. At least now the Lucari will have a promising future.
Caldano is correct. You have preserved our future. My people will be forever grateful. Not to mention my personal gratitude, of course. I think we have a bright future ahead of us, if you'll forgive my play on words. I am eager to see where it leads. Thank you once again. I wish I could ask you about your science, your trade, your society. But I suppose there will be time for all of that now that our crisis has been averted.
Yes.
I think our friend the administrator here is going to need a ride home. Would you mind? If you'll pick her up and take her home, I'll start looking for more data about the Tholians' plans.
Okay.
I have collected an amazing amount of information about what happened to this star. Thank you for bringing me along. Once we're back in Allied space, I'll take a shuttle home.
Okay. Yeah, I've almost forgotten about the Cardassian we picked up. Okay, so first contact, and let's do that. And that is it. It's bringing us to the end for tonight. And
a first contact is a significant event for the Federation. We will be glad to open a dialogue with the Lucari people. Unfortunately, the loss of the Toxutot is troubling. We have some reports about this device from when Jean-Luc Picard encountered it on Ryza in 2366.
Yeah.
And obviously, we can't let the Tholians keep a piece of future technology that can destabilize stars. We'll have to deal with that later.
Yes. We'll take the quantum torpedo. And there we go. So where do we go next? That's our next one.
Toxutot has fallen into the hands of the Tholians. Our intelligence indicates increased Tholian activity in the Nakul system. Caldano believes they are trying to interfere with the Nakul in the present because of actions they will take in the future. Caldano has asked you to rendezvous with him in the Nakul system.
Okay, and that is where we're going to leave it, so let's fly there. There we go. So we're ready for next time. yeah, Night D. Thanks, Mark, and thanks for everybody else coming along and watching me play through it. It was a long one tonight, and obviously we'll see you next week, same time, same place. Until then, see you later.